Hey guys, we are back in Excel and we are looking at data validation. Now, this isn't like the kind of validation that Instagrammers and influencers need, like, oh, I need validation. No, it's not like that. This is better than that, okay? It's cooler than that. And what data validation basically is it just validates the data that is being entered into a cell in Excel to make sure that the data is correct. So we can force people to put in the right data, or force the right data to be put into a cell and exclude anything that's not supposed to be put in. So that's what data validation is. I'm going to go through these various examples here, and then you guys can get to try it on your own. Now, the first thing is, what I've created here is a little table, and this is just for us to just test the various kinds of data validation, and I'm going to take you through this, and let's have a look. So the first one is whole number, and then I've got a little column here that says tested. Okay, so these are the cells over here. You know what? I'm going to highlight them in like yellowish gold color. Right, so now you know these are the cells we are working with. Okay, so I'm going to go to data, my data tab, go to my data tools group, and you'll see here is data validation. That's what it looks like. So I'm going to click on my little drop down arrow, and you can see I've got data validation, circle invalidator, clear validation circles. Don't worry about those two for now. Let's just work with data validation. That's what we really want to work with. So I click on data validation, and up pops my data validation dialog box. And here we go. So let's see. Settings, input message, error alert. We're going to look at all of these now. First thing is the validation criteria. At the moment, what will we allow in this cell? In B2 at the moment, we will allow anything to be typed in B2, but we don't want that. We want to go with whole numbers only. I'm going to just show you the different ones. Okay, whole numbers. Right, so I've chosen whole number. And what is it that I want to be? So here, have a look here. I've got a couple of choices here at the moment. I've got between, a minimum and a maximum value. What else do we have? We've got not between, equal to, not equal to, greater than. So guys, you can go crazy here. There's all kinds of stuff. Let's do one or two of them just to have fun. So between 5 and a maximum of 10. Between 5 and 10, and I'm going to click OK. So let's just, right off the bat, let's just see what happens. So if I go and put 5, not a problem. If I put 10, not a problem. If I put 8, not a problem. So far, so good. If I put in a number that is not between 5 and 10, like 4, and I try and move on, I get an error message. And it says, this value doesn't match the data validation restrictions defined for this cell. Retry, cancel, or help. Retry means we can then go, retry means we can then go and then type in something that is correct. Let's go back here. Let's just go back to data validation. Okay, here we are. We've got our whole number between 5 and 10. And let's help the user here. All right, let's help the user. We're going to click on input message, and it says show input message when the cell is selected. So a title and a message. So I'm going to put your instruction. Oh, I can't spell instruction. Instruction, got it. Okay, only, forgive my bad typing there guys, only enter a number between, oh my word, I'm sorry, I'm not going to edit it out, it's going to be there, between 5 and 10. Then the error alert. What happens if someone does something and the data is not, it's invalid? Okay, so we can do either a stop, okay, which is the stop like or retry, warning, or information. And you know what? Play with these when you get a chance and see what they say. I'll just say like, wait a minute. And it says, your number is not valid. It must be between 5 and 10. Let's test this. Okay. Click OK. Oh, check it out. Okay, so I'm like anywhere else. Great, no problem. I click on cell B2. Boom, and that pops my message. Instruction, only enter a number between 5 and 10. So I'm like, okay, I'll put 11. You put 11. And it says, wait a minute. Your number is not valid. It must be between 5 and 10. Retry, cancel, or help. Retry means you can then go and type in your number, or cancel, and then you can try again. Okay, so there you go, guys. Data validation on whole numbers. The same thing is decimals. Click over there, decimal. go here, we can go to validation criteria, decimal, between, minimum, maximum, or any one of these operators as well. We've also got list. I'm going to do last. Okay, then we're going to do date. We can do start dates, between two dates, the start and end date. We can do time, start and end time, between, equal to, not equal to, greater than. Do you see how we can validate all of these different formats? Text length, that is so cool. So let's see, text length must equal 3 characters. Okay, it's on decimal, but just don't worry about that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's an error. Escape. 1, 2, 3. All good, because text length was set to 3. There you go. See, pretty cool. Okay, so that, guys, is some of the things we have in terms of validating cells or validating data that goes into a cell. Now, I want to show you the list 1 and list 2. I kind of put list over there, so you know what? Let's just take that one away. Okay, list. The basic one is this. Okay, click over there. Okay, allow list. Okay, and now we're going to type a source. I'm just going to do like yeah, just fruit. I mean, that's kind of what everyone does. Hey, oranges, apples, pears, bananas, mangoes. I don't even like mangoes. Is that how you spell mangoes? I can't remember. Okay, so watch this, guys. In my source, I've listed a few items that I would like to have in my list, separated with a comma. I'm going to click OK, and watch what happened to this cell that had list on it. It's actually got a little arrow. Now, if I click on this arrow, I now have a list of the things that I typed in, and I can just go ahead and select from that list. That is pretty cool. This means that if I was typing in bananas and I misspelt it by accident and I'm trying to move on, it would tell me that something is wrong, because bananas is not it's not a fruit. It should be, though. Bananas. Oh no, stop. Okay, there we go. So that's the manual list, but here is one of my favorites. Okay, and I'm going to use just like a watch this. I'm just going to do like an autofill quickly, just of a few things. There are the days of the week. Okay, now I'm going to use this as my list. Now I'm just doing it here on this worksheet. You can actually have your list anywhere on any worksheet, okay, and this will still work. Watch what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go data validation, click and allow a list. Okay, now instead of typing in the list over here, I'm just going to go and I'm going to click over here. I'm going to just select there. That's my list. There it is there. Okay, bring that back down. So I'm going to click OK, and let's see what it does. And there it is. There it is, Monday to Sunday. It's getting its data source from here. Okay, and that is the quickest, easiest way. So guys, there you go. Data validation in a nutshell. I realize I also say in a nutshell a lot, so I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Yes, I'm going to give you a copy of this file. I want you to go and just, you know what, play around with it and see what you can and cannot do with data validation.